not about the money, it's the principle. Gotta watch who you revere, who you listen to. I speak the Eastern soul, my flow medicinal. And I buried the old man, now I'm invincible. Gotta be wise in judgment, it's critical. Either couple with this brotherhood or you'll get ridiculed. The greatest man, the greatest servant, I kill for who I minister to. And I'm going war, nigga, win or lose. Hey, I was forged from the fire, torn from the liar. If hand join in hand, you'll get caught up in the crossfire. Become a casualty of chance. I'm in my stance, still in hand, ready to swing it like a lance. If the enemy advance, I'ma enhance. Had the benefit of the doubt, he never had a chance. Hey, this the shit that they beg for, that burned down the wicked Judge Dredd flow. Bitch, I am the law. Dog faced it, prepared for war.
I'm gon' war till the day I'm done. Number one till the day I'm done. I'ma grind till the day is done. I'ma war till the day I'm done. They can't stop me. Nothing new up under the sun. I'm gon' war till the day I'm done. Number one till the day I'm done. I'ma grind till the day is done. I'ma war till the day I'm done. They can't stop me. Nothing new up under the sun.
I see what they say. Never envy a carnal man. Claim they real, they actions don't match what they saying. I got the upper hand, what you don't understand, youngin'. I'd rather bleed than concede, now that's saying something. These niggas cunning, they want my power, they never take it from me. Hey, for that money, I heard you assisted. I can't go out like that, they'll have to 86 me.
Did we get back on? All right. Blood. Okay. Registry. Young man Kendall. Banya Howder. Shala. All right. Now do the salute. Yeah. How about Shem Yahshua Barakatah? Do the salute. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah. You come around here. No, the other way. Right. Turn this way. Laya Shala. Go ahead, raise the glass. Oh, okay. Laya Shala. Take it. Take it to the face. Go ahead. Yeah, do a Most High Christ.
Okay. Can you help me?
Don't time, sir.
We gotta be soft with the scroll.
Oh, bring that turn out.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he's gonna put the glass down. Over your right shoulder. This is your right shoulder, right? Okay. All right. You got the purse? Okay. All right, we're going to start off with the Lord's Prayer in the Lashawan Kodash, and then in the English, Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakutka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Dunlanawa, Lacham, Kal, Yawam, Basalachnaw, Kabawathnaw, Kasalachnaw, Kabawathnaw, Wala'ah, Tabiya'aynaw, Banasaya 1, Abal, Hayashaynaw, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wahala, Wathapara, La'aywalamyum, Aman. Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done
In earth.
as
it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day
Our daily bread.
our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts.
And forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not.
And lead us not
into temptation.
into temptation.
But deliver us.
But deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it. Next up is the power prayer. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Baba Kusha, Natan Lanawa, Hakach, Hakach, Lara Pa'a, Kal Makala, Wakal Madawa, Hakach, Latahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakach, Lahakuyam, Hamathium,
Hakach,
Al-Rakawa, Hatama Allah, Lagarashan, Bahashem,
Yahweh Shai,
the water Aman.
Now we're going to do the power prayer in English. Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai,
Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai,
please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The powers that cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
Cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. All right. Next up is the ranking order prayer. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Allahayim.
Wa Allahayim.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawap Yahana.
Ha Alawapyum.
Ha Alawapyum.
Ha Saranyum.
Ha Saranyum.
Ha Quatazayanyum.
Ha Quatazayanyum.
Ha Ka Yayalyum.
Ha Ka Yayalyum.
Wa Ha Ahwathim.
Ha Ahwathim.
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
The water Aman.
The water Aman. Now this is the blessings prayer in English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yohana.
Commanding General Yohana.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. Psalm chapter 121. Asha.
Asha.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Al-Haharyam.
Al-Haharyam.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'a.
Yaba'a.
Azaria.
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 Ma'aim.
Ma'aim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Asha.
Asha.
Shamayam.
Shamayam.
Wa'aratazar.
Wa'aratazar.
Al-Yathan.
Al-Yathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Hana.
Hana.
La'a.
La'a.
Yanawam.
Yalawam.
Wala'a.
Walala.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yasharala.
Yashala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Aliyad.
Aliyad.
Yumyanka.
Yumyanka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'a.
La'a.
It's like Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarach.
Yawarak.
Bala Yala.
Baya Yala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makalrai.
Makalrai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Athnapashka.
Athnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Taza'athka.
Taza'athka.
Wabawa'aka.
Wa'aba'athka.
Ma'itha.
Ma'itha.
Wa'ai.
Ma'ai.
Iwalam.
Iwalam. This is Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help coming from Yahweh.
My help coming from Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee.
He that keepeth thee.
Will not slumber.
Will not slumber.
Behold.
Behold.
He that keepeth Israel.
He that keepeth Israel.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth.
And even forevermore.
And even forevermore. Psalm chapter 83. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Thakarash.
Al-Thakarash.
Wa al-Thashakwat.
Wa al-Thashakwat.
Al. Kaya.
Kaya.
Hana.
Hana.
Awayabyaka.
Awayabyaka.
Yahama Yawan.
Yahama Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Amaka.
Al-Amaka.
Ya'ai Rayamwa.
Ya'ai Rayamwa.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayatha.
Wayatha.
Ya'ai Tazawa.
Ya'ai Tazawa.
Al-Tazapawanika.
Al-Tazapawanika.
I did pretty good on that. I was lucky. Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakak Yadam.
Wanakak Yadam.
Magalia.
Magalia.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yazakar.
Yazakar.
Sham Yasharala.
Sham Yasharala.
Iwada.
Iwada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawai Tazawa.
Nawai Tazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakhadwa.
Yahakadwa.
Al Yaka.
Al Yaka.
Baryat.
Baryat.
Yakarathwa.
Yakarathwa.
Ahalia.
Ahalia.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wa Yashamayala.
Wa Yashamayala.
Yam Mawa'aba.
Mayawabwa. Mawabwa.
Wahagarium.
Wahagarium.
Abal.
Abal.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa'aimawan.
Wa'aimawan.
Wa'aimalak.
Wa'aimalak.
Palashat.
Palashat.
I'm Yeshabya.
I'm Yeshabya.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gum Ashawar.
Gum Ashawar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Imam.
Nalawa.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zarawai.
Zarawai.
Labanya.
Labanya.
Lawat.
Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Laham.
Laham.
Kamadian.
Kamadian.
Kasaya.
Kasaya.
Sara'ah.
Sara'ah.
Kayabian.
Kayabian.
Banachal.
Banahal.
Koyashwan.
Kawashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Ba'ayan. We'll just go with that. Ba'ayan.
Ba'ayan.
Da'ara.
Da'ara.
Hawaya.
Hawaya.
So like it. Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
La'adam. La'adama.
La'adama.
Shayathamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Nadiyab.
Nadiyab.
Mawab.
Mawab.
Kaira'ab.
Kaira'ab.
Wakazaba'ah.
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 Wakatazamanai.
Wakatazamanai.
Kal Nasa Yakamwa.
Kal Nasakomwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Nayarasha.
Nayarasha.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Ath.
Ath.
Na'awath.
Na'awath.
Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Shayathamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Kagalgala.
Kagalgala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Napanya.
Napanya.
Rawacha.
Rawacha.
Ka'ash.
Ka'ash.
Tabayarwa.
Tabaria.
Ya'ira.
Ya'ira.
Wa Kalaba.
Wa Kalaba.
Thalahat.
Thalahat.
Karayam.
Karayam.
Khan.
Khan.
Tharadapma.
Tharadapma.
Basairaka.
Basairaka.
Wabasa.
Wabasa.
Wapathka.
Wapathka.
Thabahalam.
Tabahalam.
Mala'a.
Mala'a.
Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Kualawan.
Kualawan.
Wayab Bakwashwa.
Wayab Bakwashwa.
Shimkar.
Shimkar.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Waya.
Waya.
Bahalwa.
Bahawa.
Aid.
Aid.
Waya Kaparwa.
Waya Kaparwa.
Waya Abadwa.
Waya Abadwa.
Waya Da'aiwa.
Waya Da'aiwa.
Kaya Atha.
Kaya Ata.
Shimkar.
Shimkar.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Labadka.
Labadka.
Al Yawan.
Al Yawan.
Al Kalha.
Al Kaha.
Arataza.
Arataza. This is Psalms 83 in the English. Keep thou silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O God.
O God.
For lo.
For lo.
Thine enemies make a tumult.
Thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee, have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel. Against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden one. They have said. Come. And let us cut them off. From being a nation. That the name of Israel. May be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together. With one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. And the Ishmaelites. Of Moab. And the Hagarenes. Gabal. And Ammon. And Amalek. The Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur has also joined with them. They have opened up the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them. As unto the Midianites. As to Sisera. As to Jabin. At the brook of Kasan. Which perished at Endor. They became as dung before the earth. Make their nobles. Like Oreb. And like Zeeb. Yea. All the princes of Zabah. And Azamuna. Who said. Let us take to ourselves. The houses of God in possession. Oh my God. Make them like a wheel. As stubble before the wind. As fire burneth the wood. And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them. With thy tempest. And make them afraid. With thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. That they may seek the name. O Lord. Let them be confounded. And troubled forever. Yea. Let them be put to shame. And perish. That men may know. That thou. Whose name alone. Is Yahweh. Art most high. Over all the earth.
And with that, we're going to sharpen. Which means to sit. What is this? Do I put the scroll back?
I think that's a charge.
Oh, yeah. It's a lock. We put the scroll back. It's a lock. Sharpen, let's sit. Oh. Shalom, Israel. Who's Tap Man? Yeah, we here, brother. What's going on? So, today is Sabbath service, right? Today is the Sabbath day, the Lord's Sabbath day. The Lord said, "Keep this holy and separate." The word "holy" means separate from the Hebrew word "quadash," right? Do you have the Bible Hub app? You might want to get that Bible Hub app. We're gonna start at Genesis 4 and 15, right?
Come.
Genesis 4 and 15.
That's right.
All right, so this is the Sabbath service. You know what I mean? This is something that's ancient. You know what I mean? This is ancient.
Interlinear.
The Sabbath service is ancient. The Sabbath service started way back in the gap when the Lord said, "Keep the Sabbath day holy." You know what I mean? This is something that we have to. This is something that we have to do to get in touch with our culture. So that's why we read the scriptures in the Hebrew or the ancient Assyrian, right? And then we're going to read them in English because everybody don't understand the ancient Assyrian just yet. That's why it's important to come to Sabbath service. That's why it's important to come to Sabbath service and be in class so you can ask questions and you can get the understanding. So everybody should get the Bible Hub app. And when you get to the Bible Hub app, you should there's where you're gonna have the regular King James and you're gonna have all these different versions. But what the version you're looking for is interlinear. Interlinear is gonna give you the English, it's gonna give you the Yiddish, and it's gonna give you the ancient Assyrian. Right? What we're gonna go through is the ancient Assyrian. So you shouldn't work on the Sabbath, right?
No.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. You shouldn't work on the Sabbath. You shouldn't. That's right. You shouldn't work on the Sabbath, right? Doing no servile work, meaning your job, meaning the job that you do is servile work. Like let's say you work at McDonald's. You know what I mean? So on Saturday you need to be off from McDonald's. You need to be off from your slave your slave work. It's the Sabbath day, like the Lord said, make the Sabbath day holy. Yeah. Y'all good?
Come on.
Y'all good? Give me a scripture real quick. Give me where it says the keep the Sabbath day holy. Keep the Sabbath day holy. It's in Exodus 20 and I'm in my think tank. Think tank. It's in Exodus 20. I'm in my think tank right now.
No, you're on point. Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8.
Right.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Right. So it says, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Right. So holy means separate. Right. Keep going. Is that it on that?
No, there's more.
Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 9. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
Right.
Verse 10. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
Right, because the Sabbath means rest. So 7 days you should work, but the 6 days you should work. But the 7th day is holy, which is for the Lord thy God. It's the day of rest. And you say if you work night shift, do you work night shift on Saturday night, or do you work night shift on Friday night? Because the Sabbath day is from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. All right, we can go ahead and start. Good.
All right. You want me to get it?
Nah. Young man got it.
So we're going from verse 15 all the way to verse 20.
Give me that. What's the name?
Yeah.
We're gonna go to verse 15. Yep. Friday sundown to Saturday sundown is the Sabbath day, so you shouldn't work from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. But if you go to work Saturday night, you all tawab. So like you're all good. So where's my fringes? My fringes are right here. You don't see my fringes? I also got fringes on my back. I also got fringes on my pants.
Wow.
This is my garment right here. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I'm on. Okay.
Are you ready? Just take it one by one. You know what I'm talking about? Sound it out. And you can use these as a reference somewhat. It's not always correct. But
it's like, say, where's your fringes?
So like,
all right, go ahead. Genesis 4 and 15.
Genesis 4 and 15. Lao. Why ya Amar?
Remember, it's read from right to left.
Also like
from this way to this way.
Oh. So like why ya Amar and then
yeah.
Why ya Amar? Lao. Yahoo. La ka. Or like,
that's fine.
Cow.
This nigga, he trolling now.
Who, me?
No. Oh, what about your shirt?
All right.
Okay, keep going.
Kwayan. Sebatan. Sabatayam.
Sabatayam.
Sabai Tayam.
Next word.
Iquam.
Yaquam. That's perfect.
Yaquam. Okay. Wayasam. Yahoo. Lakwaya.
Lakwayan.
Oh.
Awath.
Awath. How you say it?
Laba.
Laba.
Latha.
Lata. Taya. Labataya.
Haka.
Haka. Wata.
Hakawath.
Hakawath.
You know?
Alta. Cow.
Good.
Mosa.
Mataza. That's seeing this one. That's Taza. Mataza.
Matazao.
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 All right.
Then.
Yep.
Verse 16.
Waya sai.
Waya taza'a.
Waya taza'a.
Go ahead. Kwayan.
Kwayan.
Malapana.
Malapana.
Mm-hmm.
Yahweh.
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 Wayashab.
Wayashab.
Mm-hmm. Ba'arataza.
Ba'arataza. I see. Now.
Nawad.
Nawad.
Mm-hmm. Quadamath.
Quadamath.
Aidan.
Aidan. What's another?
Verse 17.
I forgot to say that one. It's like why
you die.
Kwayan.
Keep going. You can say it atha.
Atha. Okay.
Say it loud.
Atha.
Keep going. Ashatha.
Ashatha. Watahara.
Close enough. That is a tha. There's ta and then there's tha. So wa tha har.
Watahar.
Okay. Watalad.
Watalad.
Again, atha.
Atha. Okay, I see now. Hanawak. Wayahaya.
Keep going. Bana. Ayar. Starting to see how the words are the same. Just keep sounding them out. You can be alright.
Waita.
Wayakwa Ra.
Wayakwa Ra.
Keep going. Sham.
Ayar. Kasham. Oh. Banawa. Hanawak.
Verse 18.
You're
doing good, man. Just keep
I want to
just gotta take your time with it. If you gotta sound out piece by piece, go ahead.
Why ta? Is that it?
Waya ra lad.
Oh, fuck. This name. Waya ta lad.
Keep going.
Lahau.
Lahanawak. Keep going.
Atha.
Ayarad.
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 Yalad. Atha.
Keep going. This one's pretty tough.
Mahayala. Oh, this one's huge.
Wamahaya Ya'ala.
Wamahaya Ayala.
Keep going.
Yalad.
12. Go ahead.
Atha. Mata Salah.
Okay, keep going. Wow. It's the same word. It just has a one in front of it.
Wa Mata Salah. Yalad. Etah.
Keep going.
Lamek. Or Lamak, is it Lamek?
Yeah, that's it.
Lamek.
Lamak.
Not verse. Lamak.
Now you're on verse 19.
It's a ta. So why is it ta? So like, why ta?
Wayakwa.
Wayakashala.
Wayakwa.
Wayakwa. Lawa.
Go ahead.
Lamek. Lamak.
Shataya.
Nashayam. Sham.
There you go. It's ha.
Ha'ahath.
Ida.
Ida.
Keep going.
Wasa.
With the sha. Add the sha in it.
Wait, so it's
Washam.
Washam. What's that?
Hasha.
Naya.
Go ahead. Tazala.
Tazala.
All right. That's verse 20.
Verse 20.
Go ahead.
Watalad.
Watalad. Keep going.
Adaha.
Ida. Keep going.
I forgot to say that one. Ata. Yabal. How. Hawa'a.
Keep going.
Aya. Yasa.
Father. It's Abba.
Haba.
Abba Yas, like you.
Abaya.
Remember, father means Abba, or Abba means father, and then you're adding a Ya at the end, which means the father. So Abba Ya.
Abaya.
Now keep going. Yashab.
Yashab.
Ahal.
Ahal.
All right. Go ahead and try this one. Wamakwana.
Wamakwana. Wamakwana.
There you go. Verse 21.
Verse 21. Washam. Ahayao.
It's like Ahayawa.
Ahayawa.
Keep going.
Yaba'a.
Okay, keep going.
How.
Hawa'a. Keep going.
Haya.
All right.
Ka'a.
Abaya.
Abai.
Keep going. Cow. Wait, where you at? All right, go ahead.
The cow. The T. How do you say that?
Which one do you want?
This one.
Oh, okay. So that's the Posh.
The Posh. Kanawar. What?
Wa'ayagaba.
Wa'ayagaba. Okay. Verse.
All right.
22.
That's verse 21. You want me to read it in English?
No. Young man got it?
No, that's the end of verse 21.
Young man can read it in English.
Yeah, I can't read it in English.
He reads it in Hebrew and he reads it in the English.
All right, go ahead. Start verse 15. It's highlighted.
This is verse 4, verse 15? Okay. Genesis chapter 4, verse 15. And the Lord said unto him, therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken of him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him shall kill him.
Start that over, Art?
Kind of concept. Verse 15. All right, slack.
Yeah, verse 15. You're right. Genesis 4 and 15. Right?
Kind of concept. And the Lord said unto him, therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold.
Right. So we was talking about last week about how Cain slain his brother, right, Abel, and then the Lord set his face against Cain, right, or hit his face against Cain, and he told him he should be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth, right? Meaning a someone who runs from their crimes, and a vagabond, somebody wandering place to place, not having a home, who steals other people's cultures, right? Right. And then Cain said that the punishment is too much for him, that whoever shall find him shall slay him. So this is what the Lord is saying. Start over again at 15.
Kind of concept. And the Lord said unto him, therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, Vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold.
Right. So it said, whoever slayeth Cain, vengeance should be taken upon him sevenfold. So now the Lord is giving a decree out to everybody on the earth. Right. This what they said. It's supposed to be only Cain. It's supposed to be only what's his name? Adam, Eve, and Cain on the earth. But then Cain told everybody else, said if whoever finds and slayeth Cain, the vengeance should be taken on them sevenfold, right? So that means there's other people on the earth. There's other people on the earth that can find Cain and slay Cain. Right? So boom, there's another cut to Christianity. We be cutting Christianity almost every week in Sabbath service. You know what I'm talking about? So it says, now the Lord's giving a decree on whoever finds Cain that they shouldn't do anything to him. They should leave him alone. You know what I mean? Because the vengeance is the Lord's. You know what I mean? The Lord wants that. The Lord wants that vengeance on Cain. Not everybody. Right? Go ahead.
And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him shall kill him.
Wait, so the Lord set a mark upon Cain, right? Does anybody know what that mark upon Cain is? I know you know because we already went over it. We didn't talk to class. I didn't talk to class before already.
Are you talking about the mark of Cain being similar to the mark of the beast? Just
no.
Oh, so like you talking about oh, you go ahead.
So like the mark being like so like everybody's like wanting to kill him, like
yeah, but what's his mark? Because so the mark upon where that's on the Bible dictionary in that bag.
I see right here.
Okay, yeah. Let me get it. Give me red.
Come on. Just red.
Is it red or is it? I think it's Edom.
Oh, that mark. So he made him red. Like
I think it's Edom.
Got you. Okay, now I know.
All right, hold on. I got you. It says Edom, the nation and its people who were descendants of Esau. He founded the country.
No, I think it's Esau. Or it's either red, Esau, or Edom. One of those.
That's what it means. Edom means red.
Yeah. So give me red.
All right, kind of, or ruddy or something like that.
No, red.
It's red. Okay.
No, I want to have to go on my notes.
All right, here we go. It says red, a blood-like or a blood red color.
Uh-huh.
The adjective red is applied to the following items: the color of the human skin,
right?
The color of sin.
The color of what?
The color of sin.
Right, and wasn't Cain a sinner? Cain was the first murderer. Cain murdered his brother.
Right.
Go ahead.
The advancing foe against the city of Nineveh.
Right.
And depicted as bearing red or scarlet shields before him.
Keep going.
That's the end of red.
All right. Well, we're gonna go with the men of sin. That's red, right?
Okay.
Right. Sin is red, right? So that's why the men of sin, right? So Cain was reborn into the earth as who?
Esau.
As Esau, and Esau was a red man, right?
Right.
And his descendants were Edom, which means red, and right.
Okay.
What is when you see a stop sign? I mean, a slide. I just gave you the answer. When you see the red means stop, right? Red lights go off. It means warning, right? Okay. So what does the color red signifies?
Sin.
It sins, but it also means like red. Stay away from, warning, danger, right? That's why he calls it. That's why the so-called white man, which is in the spirit of Cain, a murderer, a vagabond, a fugitive, because he's running from his crimes right now, right?
Okay.
That's the mark of Cain. The mark of Cain is his red skin, right? When everybody sees that red skin, they should know to stay away from him, right? That's why now he calls himself a white man instead of a red man. When he knows he's red, he's different shades of shades of red.
Yeah,
right. But he calls himself a white man because he's trying to run from his crimes. He's a fugitive from his crimes. He doesn't want to be known as an Edomite. He wants to be known as a so-called Jew, as a German, as a British man, as a Scottish man. You know what I mean? As a Greek. He wants to be known as the gods of Egypt. You know what I mean? He wants to be everything else except an Edomite because he wants to run from his crimes. But there's no running from the crimes of the Lord. Go ahead.
So verse 16. And Cain went out from the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of the Nod.
Right. So Cain left from the presence of the Lord. Right. Where's the Lord's presence found? Because he was in the land of Edom, right?
Okay.
Eden, Salakia. He was in the land of Eden with his parents and Abel, and they was living in. But then he left that, and then he went where?
It says he left the presence of the Lord.
Mm-hmm. He left the presence and dwelt in the land of the Nod.
Dwelt in the land of Nod, right? So now there's not. So if there's Adam and Eve and Cain only in the world, right? Where does the city of Nod come from? Where's that at? Who built that? Keep going.
On the east of Edom.
Right.
Verse 17. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived.
And Cain did what?
And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived.
So where did the wife come from? Where did the wife? If it's only Abel, Eve, and Cain on the earth, right? Where did his wife come from? The only explanation is there had to be more than Adam and Eve and Cain on the earth. There had to be more people, right? All right, go ahead.
Okay,
you can jump in whenever you want to. Are y'all on?
And bear Enoch.
And bear who?
Enoch.
Enoch.
Slacky.
Right, go ahead.
And he builded a city, and called the name of the city after the name of his son, Enoch.
Right. Why is he building a city if it's just him, his wife, and his son living in that city?
Right. There's a lot more people.
There's gonna be a lot more. Cain can't build a city by itself, can he? I don't think so. I don't think he can build a city by itself. So there had to be more than Cain, more than Cain, his wife, and his son in the city. Where did his wife come in the first place? Where did the wife come from in the first place?
That's a good point.
Go ahead.
Can I go on? Verse 18. And unto Enoch was born Arad.
Right. So now everybody different to give a what would you call it? A genealogy. They finna give a registry of people that came after Cain and from his children. This that. Right. Go ahead.
And Arad begat Mijal, Mahaja,
Mahujael.
And Mahujael begat Methuselah. Like,
right, go ahead.
And Methuselah begat Lamech. It's like,
all right. So now we're talking about Lamech. So he just gave him what? That's 1, 2, 3. So now we're talking about Lamech, which is Cain's great grandson. Right, go ahead.
Verse 19. And Lamech took unto him 2 wives.
He said Lamech did what?
Took unto him 2 wives.
So you telling me that having one wife is just, you know what I mean? It's not. You know what I mean? You tell me everybody in the Bible didn't have one wife? Go ahead. I just had to say that.
The name of one was Ahad.
Adah. Okay.
And the name of the other,
Zillah. All right, go ahead.
Verse 20. And Adah bare Jabal. He was the father of such as dwelt in tents.
Right, so he dwelt in tents. He was the father of such as dwelt in tents. Go ahead.
And of such as have cattle.
Right, and he had some cattle. So he dwelt in tents, and he had some cattle. Right? Did we read verse 21, right?
No,
I'm talking about in Hebrew. We read the verse 21, right?
Right.
Yeah, 21, go ahead.
Verse 21. And his brother's name was Jabal. He was the father of all, such as handled the harp and organ. Verse 22.
Wait. It says, and this. Boy, I forgot to put my phone on silent. It says, and his brother's name was Jabal, and he was the father of all, such as handled the harp and the organ. So he was a musician. He liked music. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, play that funky music. I don't know if it was white boy or right boy. You know what I mean? But he liked to play music. So one was a man that dwelt in tents and had cattle, and the other played music. So they had different professions. like most brothers do today. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Brothers grow up, and one likes to play basketball, one likes to play video games, or you know what I mean. One likes to play, one likes music, and one likes messing with computers. I don't know, but they grew up and they had different understandings on life. They had different ways of going about it. You know, different professions. That's it on 21, right? And, all right, so now let's go back to the Hebrew.
So we're going from verse 22 all the way to verse we say 28. All right.
Hey, is that you right here, the no Cower San Antonio?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't say nothing to him. Don't say nothing to him, bro. Let that man rant and go to his Sabbath day and do his Sabbath service that he's not doing for some reason. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Let him go and go to camp and teach who he wants to teach his people this, what you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But he ain't got, but you see, he's on our platform, he's in our class, so he ain't got nowhere to teach.
Exactly.
He's not teaching nowhere.
He got one subscriber.
Yeah, himself. You know what I mean?
So
you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Wow, Tazala.
What Tazala? Gam.
Mm-hmm.
Gam.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Hawa.
Hawa. Yeah.
Yalada.
Yawada. Oh yeah, Yawada.
Yalada. And then Atha.
Ata.
Keep trying now. Tawabao.
Tawabao.
Mm-hmm.
Quite young. Quite
Koyan, yeah, that's right.
quite young. Okay, young.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Latash.
Latash.
Mm-hmm.
Kao. Hello.
Come on, is it?
No.
Oh.
How do you say that one?
Which one you want?
This one.
Harash.
Harash.
Mm-hmm. Nahashath.
You said what? Nahashath?
Mm-hmm.
Nahashath.
What about Ratazal?
What about Rataza? What? Wow.
It goes Hawath.
Wa'ahalwath. Ta'abao.
Go ahead.
Quite young.
Mm-hmm.
Na'ama.
Na'ama'a.
Na'amaha. Na'ama'a.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Verse
23. Oh yeah. Why Talamar?
Waya Amar.
Why Amar?
Mm-hmm.
La Amek.
Lamak.
Lamax. Like.
Mm-hmm.
Lana
You have it? Keep going.
Lana Sawa.
Shah.
Lana Shah.
Yawa.
Yo.
Lana Shah Yawa.
Lana Shayawa.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Ada.
Mm-hmm.
Wasala.
Watazala.
Watazala. It's like.
Mm-hmm.
Watazala.
Shemaiwa.
Shemaiwa.
Keep going.
No.
Kowal.
Kowal.
Mm-hmm.
Nashaya.
Lamak.
Lamak.
Okay.
Hazala. Hazal. Ooh. How do you say the empire? Hazala.
Ha'azana.
Ha'azana.
Keep going.
I wrote.
Marathaya.
I'm Matarathia. Like,
says Amarathaya.
I'm Maratha.
Mm-hmm. Kaya.
Kaya.
Ayash.
Ayash.
Mm-hmm.
Ayash. Okay. Hirat.
Haragataya.
Haragataya.
Lapatazai.
Lapatazai.
Wayalad.
Wayalad. Lahab.
Harathaya.
Haratala.
You had the first part right. Keep going.
Lahabarataya. Lahabarata. All right, that's not yeah.
Verse 24.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Sabbath.
Sabai Tayam.
Sabai Tayam.
Yaquam.
Yaquam.
Kwayan.
Kwayan. Walamek. Walamak.
Shabaya.
Shabayam. Wasabla. Wasai. Washabai.
Keep going.
We're on verse 25. Why? Wayada. Is that right?
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
Adam. Iwad. Atha. Ashata. Watalal.
Go ahead. Ban.
Watakara. Atha. Shamawa. Shata. Cow. Shata. Lao.
Laya.
Alahayam. Zarai. Ahar. Tahath.
You can figure that one out.
Habab. Kaya.
Yeah, that's fine.
Kaya. Haragal. Kwayan. And then verse 26. Ula. Walashath.
Gam.
Hawa'a.
Yalad.
Ban. Wayakar Ra. Atha. Shamawa. Anawash. Azah. Haya. Laquara.
Good. That's good. Go ahead.
Basham. Yahweh.
There you go. Go ahead. Verse 27.
Come on.
Oh, that was it.
I was in that.
Shalom. Yeah. All right, that's the end of the chapter.
Yeah, that's the end of the chapter right there. Oh, damn.
Is that the end of the chapter or the end of the 7?
The end of the chapter.
How many more we got to go for 7?
That's just a couple.
Let's finish. Let's get into English on that chapter. Then we can get into.
All right, go ahead and start verse 22.
Come on, sir. And Zillah, what is it? Zillah, she also bare Tabal, Cain, an instructor of every artificer in brass and iron. And the sister of Tabal, Cain, was Naam. Is that how you say it?
Naam. Yeah.
Naam.
Verse 23.
And Lamach said unto his wives, Ada, and Zillah. Hear my voice, ye wives of Lamach. Hearken unto my speech, for I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my heart.
Yeah, so basically what he's doing, he's giving his wives a heads up of the fact that he's basically got a mark on himself because of him slaying his brother. Of course, up until this point, they've been going through lineages and bringing up lineages. You see that in the scriptures. Anytime it brings up any particular person of interest, it'll usually go through their lineage to lead up to the point where you're then talking about that person to mark their pedigree, to keep track of their bloodline and things like that.
Right. Okay. We're at 23?
24.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 23. Yeah, 23.
Yeah, you can read that again. Go ahead.
Verse 23. And Lamech said unto his wives, Ada and Zillah, hear my voice, ye wives of Lamech. Hearken unto my speech, for I have slain a man to my wounding.
Right. So see, he's just like his grandfather, great grandfather Cain. I've slain a man. You know what I'm talking about? And you see, he's damn near taking pride in him killing the man. You know what I mean? He's taking pride into it. Go ahead.
And a young man to my heart. Hurt.
To my hurt, yeah.
Verse 24. If Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, truly Lamech 70 and sevenfold.
Right. So now remember we was talking about Cain being avenged, right? So somebody's gonna kill Cain by sevenfold, right? Or somebody kill Cain, then the vengeance is gonna be done upon them sevenfold. Now Lamech talking about truly, if somebody do something to me, it's gonna be 70 and sevenfold. You know, so that now it's talking about his Cain's descendants, right? So now it's talking about like the whole Edomite race. That's why the Edomite race is so strong right now. You know what I mean? Because Cain was reborn as Esau. You know what I mean? Came back in the spirit of Esau, right? So now everybody out here that the so-called white men that's out here, the Edomites that's out here, they come in the spirit of Cain. Yeah. Right, and they come in the spirit of Lamech. Let me say that they come in the spirit of Lamech. So if you do anything to Esau, right, well, you get 70 times fold, sevenfold, right? But if you do anything to the descendants of Esau, it's 70 times fold, 70 times sevenfold. You know what I mean? That's why nobody does anything to the white man out here. White man goes around everybody's country, starts up trouble. And what do you call it, revolutions and things like that, and then when they have wars, he stays right there and puts a military base right there in the middle of their land. Everywhere. He did it in Vietnam. He's doing it in Taiwan. Is it Taiwan that the Chinese people beefing with right now? Yeah, they're doing it in Taiwan right now. You know what I mean? He did it in the Ukraine. You know what I mean? Ukraine and Russia. He's in the middle of everything. Like, it's just it doesn't make any sense on how this man gets away with everything. Even him taking the children of Israel captive, right? Nobody has ever answered for that. Nobody's ever answered for that. Nobody answered for Trayvon Martin. Nobody answered for Dylan Roof Thorne. What's the boy's name that went across the borders and shot the people at in the protest? Kyle Rittenhouse. Kyle Rittenhouse, he went free. You know what I mean? Can't nobody get justice for what they for you know what I mean for anything with the white man? No, they can't. Why? Because this prophecy right here that nobody should harm him. Go what's up, Alawan?
So yeah, because you know when he was talking about how he was bragging about him killing stuff. I mean that ain't no different in that same spirit that you see Edomites even today. What they'll do is they'll brag about what bear head they have on the wall in their house, or the rug on their carpet, or you know they got a hunting video of them taking out like a giraffe or some elegant creature that don't need to be getting shot. You know what I mean? But they'll travel all the way to Africa, which is a land that's not theirs, and then they'll go and hunt and use that privilege to get away with doing so, and then brag about it.
Right, it's like the deer heads. They put deer heads on the wall for no reason. Like what? Like what is the point of killing the deer? If you're gonna eat it, eat them. Cool. What's the point of putting the head on the wall?
Yeah, no, I get. Yeah, seeing this thing. Like even when you think of the movie 300, what was the rite of passage to go and hunt
a wolf?
A wolf, right? And then you see the young Leonidas come back with a wolf you know, he's wearing it like it's a jacket. You know what I mean? Like that's his Hebrew Academy jacket or their version of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like he had to earn his stripe. You know, and now he bragging about it. Bragging about killing.
You're absolutely right, bro. Again, like it's like, what's the point? What's the point of it? Like the white man such a tyrant that he'll put deer pee. Yeah, he put deer urine on himself to attract other deers so he can kill them.
Dang,
you know what I mean? To track deer so he can kill them. If that's not a murderer, I don't know what is.
Mm-hmm. That's say Esau is a cunning hunter.
Right.
By any means, he's gonna hunt down his prey.
Right, by any means, he's gonna hunt down his prey. That's why the scripture said they hunt our steps.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because that's what they do. They're hunters. All right, we can keep going.
Verse 25. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bare a son, and called his name Seth. For God said, she hath appointed me another seed instead of Abel.
Chapter 4, verse.
Okay.
What verse we on? 25?
Yeah, he verse 25. Yeah.
Chapter 4, verse 25.
Go ahead.
Well, let's read verse 25 again.
Verse 25. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bare a son, and called his name Seth.
Right. So now we're going back to Adam and Eve. So now we went through Cain and his descendants and what was going on with him. So now we're back with Adam and Eve. So remember, Cain killed Abel, his younger brother. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? His younger brother. I'm gonna say his younger brother. I can't because if it was his older brother, you know what I mean? Maybe he's a younger brother. He get jealous and this, that. But he's his older brother. You're supposed to be looking out for your younger brothers. You know what I mean? Like, you're supposed to look out for your younger brothers, right?
Yeah.
But not Cain. Cain gonna murder his younger brother because I mean, if your younger brother was accepted by the Most High, wouldn't you be like, hey man, that's what's up, bro? Like, wouldn't you be proud of your younger brother?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not Cain. Cain's ready to kill his younger brother because the Lord accepted him, and he's like no brotherhood. You feel me? Go ahead.
Dang, that's heavy too. Because when you see in a lot of Black and Hispanic families in today's time, we've truly taken on that same spirit of Cain because we get so competitive with each other. Like, say my cousin gets a promotion, or we the first ones to say some slick joke about it. Oh, well, now you ain't got no life now because you're gonna be always at work. Always got to bring up something negative. You want somebody's that accomplishes something good. You know what I mean? Like, there's always some shade that's thrown, even when something positive happens.
Real talk.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just what I'm saying though. Like be like, oh yeah, oh no, she's pregnant again. You'd be like, oh, well, most families be like, oh yeah, that's great. And then in a poor Hispanic family that don't know the truth, they're gonna be like, oh, another one. Oh, she gonna get another government check, or you know what I mean? Like, what's she gonna do now? Which baby daddy was it this time? It's a completely different spirit now, and our people have taken on that same spirit that Cain had and that Lamech had. You know what I'm saying? Being boastful and being strive. Somebody that shows strive for no reason.
Hate.
Yeah. They be the same, and they be the same ones going to the Christian church every Sunday. You know what I mean?
Right, and thinking they better than everybody else. When really they're even more filthier than everybody else because at least everybody else don't understand the scriptures or don't even care about trying to read the scriptures, right? Mm-hmm. But them in the Christian church, they want to read the scriptures and make it okay for them to eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. Mm-hmm. Make it okay to sleep with other men's wives. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? At least brothers and sisters that's gang banging and stuff like that, they don't know nothing about the Bible. Like General Muhammad said, they are cold. Mm-hmm. You know, tomorrow, and the ISUPK is hot, but the Christian church is lukewarm.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean? That which makes it more. That makes them more filthy than the people that are cold. I just like the fake Israelite groups. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And whatever this guy's name is on here. You know what I mean? Like calling us trash, but he's in our Sabbath service. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Calling us trash, but he don't have no group, no nothing. You know what I mean? He's an individualite.
Mm-hmm. If that.
You know what I mean? Meanwhile, we're here congregating with our people. Mm-hmm. We here having brotherhood and sisterhood with our people.
Hey, and the beautiful thing about this, like, we seeing this young man coming in and learning the Hebrew and
Right.
and speaking it like a newborn babe, learning his whole culture all over again. Right. It starts like that. You understand? That's how it begins. That's how you build a nation back and bring it back from the dust. That's not something to make fun of. That's not something to look down on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
With him learning, with him, if he knows Hebrew, right, and he's supposed to be good at it and all that, and my brother here's trying to learn Hebrew all over again. Yeah. Shouldn't he be like cheering him on?
Yeah, or he should be in the camp teaching the Hebrew class if he's good at it.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Instead of being boastful and if he even knows any of it.
Right, but I'm just saying he's supposed to be happy for my brother, like trying to learn his culture all over again. He's supposed to be like, yeah, good. Hey, bro. You know what I mean? You need to go back and read a little bit more on the Hebrew during the week. That way, when you get there, it'll be better. You know what I mean? It'll be easier for you. Mm-hmm. But no, he wants to talk trash about it.
And one thing, one thing about the UPK is that sometimes you learn by getting thrown in the fire.
Yeah.
Sometimes you learn by being live on the stream, reading the ancient Hebrew, a language you've never even tried before. But because there's brothers around you that are willing to help you, you're going to get through it. And at the end of the day, you learn something. Right. You know what I mean?
Most High in Christ. Get that. Yeah, brother. Most High in Christ. You know what I mean?
And that's what it's all about, because we all got to be long-suffering for each other.
Right.
Because that's how we build this kingdom, is by, knowing that we're not coming into this knowing everything. And bit by bit, we start to rebuild what we've lost from generations ago.
Right. Like, you know what I mean? Why does people always want to hurt people with the Bible? Mm-hmm. When the Bible's the best tool to bring Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans together, right? They want to hurt Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans with the Bible and use scriptures to hurt people.
Right.
Why do you want to use scriptures to hurt people when you can use the scriptures to help people, to lift them up and give them something that they ain't never had before, which is a common ground, a culture,
right?
God's laws, something that can make them better than what they, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like it's a filthy thing, man. It's a filthy thing, and it's so in the spirit of the oppressors. It's so in the spirit of the oppressors. That's what the oppressors does. When Donald Trump and what was his name, Joe Biden, was running against each other, right? Like they was bringing out stuff on each other to make each other so people wouldn't to hurt each other. You know what I mean? That's how we knew that Donald Trump was touching boxes, and that's how we knew Joe Biden was a pedophile. Was because the other piece brought it out on him, and for us to act just like that, man, we have a lot of work to do here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge.
Yeah, no doubt.
Let's keep reading on.
It's
like I didn't mean to ran on. You know what I mean?
Verse 25. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bare a son, and called his name Seth.
Right. So she said he knew him again, huh? Remember we was talking about knowing him in the baptism. So knowing your husband is having sex with him, getting married. Well, they were already married but that's what knowing your husband means. You know what I mean? You can know him, but do you know him? Yeah. You know what I mean? Right. So now they bore Seth. Go ahead.
Kind of concept. For God said, she hath anointed me another seed instead of Abel.
Appointed me another seed instead of Abel. Right, because Abel was a chosen seed, and then Cain killed Abel. So now Abel's dead. Cain can't be a chosen seed because Cain don't give a damn about the Most High or his brother or anybody else for that matter. Right. So now they got it. So now because the Most High loved Adam so much, he gave him another seed, Seth. Right, 3 boys. You know what I mean? 3 boys.
You know, I gotta say it too.
Go ahead.
So of course the Most High ain't gonna deal with Cain's seed, right? So he's gonna of course have Adam get a different lineage to work with, and that's what we're reading about here when he's talking about Seth being born. You know what I'm saying? But I had to bring this up because the Bible is so us. Because when he's saying that Adam knew his wife, I mean, think about it. Even in today's terms, when you're trying to holler at a female, what's the first thing you tell her when you're trying to get you say what? I'm trying to get to know you better, right? Really, what you're really thinking is you trying to get to know her better, but like obviously there's steps to it, but the intention is always there, and that's kind of what what this reminded me of is that our people have always kind of been real slick with our talk like that.
Right. Got game. He got game.
Yeah, he got game. You know, he said when Adam did his thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? He just had another kid. He's like, oh, you killed my other son? All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get somebody else to pass my lineage on too, and the Most High will deal with them.
Right.
Go ahead. Verse 26.
I wasn't done with 25.
Oh, Slacker, go ahead.
Whom Cain slew. And that was it. Verse 26.
Because Cain slew Abel. We had that, I can go on and on about that.
Yeah.
That guy right there, man, is evil. I got a little brother, and I don't. Me and him don't see eye to eye ever, but I don't never want to kill him.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't never want to kill my brother. You know what I mean? Like
if I may,
go ahead.
In the UPK, we teach each other not even to have an up toward our brother or sister.
Are you right? You damn
that's
right.
The equivalent of wanting to murder that brother or sister for something petty or something that could have been resolved in council.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we're so quick to, throw fists or allow bullets to fly over petty stuff when we're not handling our business like masculine men and going to that man alone. You know what I'm saying? Uncover whatever truth, whatever misunderstanding there was.
Right.
You come together and you gain a brother. And if that doesn't work, you take it up the ranks, take it to the men above you for counsel and other supervision. But you know what I'm saying? Like we mentioned before, Cain didn't have that brotherhood. He was only in it for himself. And you know what I'm saying, his envious ways, but it's a lot.
No, hey, Most High Christ, get our brother in. Most High Christ, you can say something. You can. All right, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping.
Verse 26. And to Seth, to him also there was born a son.
Right. So now everybody finna get into Seth's bloodline, or it's finna get into who descended from Seth. Right. Go ahead.
And he called his name Enos.
Mm-hmm.
Then began man to call upon the name of the Lord.
Right. So see that where it says so then that's because Adam lost his favor with the Lord.
Yeah.
Right. And then Cain lost his favor with the Lord. Abel was dead, or Cain didn't have no favor, but Cain lost his position, or whatever, and then Abel was dead. Right. So then that's why it says where it says then began men to call upon the name of the Lord again.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so that's when men started to call upon the name of the Lord was Seth and his son Enos.
Mm-hmm.
Right, keep going. Oh, that's it. That's it. Right?
Into that. Yeah.
Blow the horn. You ready? Razan. Oh, call that. Blow that horn.
Okay. So.
All right. Come up here. You gotta go in the middle.
Right here.
Yeah, Amajam, which means to stand. Cause you're gonna go out. You're gonna go out left. You're gonna come in right.
I'm coming right.
Yeah, you're gonna come in right. But first you gotta say your registry.
I'm coming this way.
Yeah, Amajam, Shabbat, Amajam, Barak.
Razana Yashban Yahweh Ban Yasharala.
Razana Yashban Yahweh Ban Yasharala. Yahweh Bashem Yashabrakata.
Yahweh Bashem Yashabrakata.
You can come this way. And you go out that way. I guess I do before full glasses, right?
You make me chug a whole glass. Hey, nothing wrong with that. It's all right.
There you go. Turn to the Layashala.
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 Mashabu means to sit. You got your Bible Hub app, or you need my phone?
I got the Bible Hub app, sir.
Oh snap, boy! You got the new joint. Oh snap! You do it.
What's the what verse be on?
Genesis 5:1.
That boy got the new joint.
It's not.
That's the iPhone. Ooh, that's Apple, boy. It gotta be Apple. You know what I'm saying?
It's a Pixel, sir.
A Google Pixel. You take good pics with that, right? You gonna take some pics of me at camp today, boy?
501, sir.
Why is it with the mic in his hand?
All right. Genesis 501.
Okay.
All right. Book of Genesis, chapter 5, verse 1 in the Hebrew. Za'ah, Sapar, Tawaladan, Tawaladath, Adam, Bayawam, Bara, Alahayam, Adam, Badamawath, Alahayam, Aisha, Atawa. Verse 2. Zakar, Wanakwaba. Is that right? Badayam, Badam, Waya Barak, Hatam, Waya Kwara, Ata, Shaman, Adam, Bayawam, Abba, Abarayam. Verse 3. Wayakaya. Say that right? Wayahaya. Adam. Shalashayam.
Yes, that's what.
Amat. Shanaya. Waya Walad. Bada Mayatawa. Kataza Lamawa. Kataza Lamawa.
That's 12.
All right. Waya Kwara. Ata. Shamawa. How do you say Seth? Shata?
Yeah, or Shah. I think it's Shatha.
Shata?
Yeah.
All right. Verse 4. Waya Hayawa. Yamaya. Adam. Aharaya. Hawalahaya Daya. Ata. Shatha. Shamanaya. Mayat.
You talking about 100?
100. Ma'ath. Shanaya. Waya Yawal Walad. Yaywa Yalad. Banayam. Banyam. Wabanai Wath. Wabanai Wath. Verse 5. Waya Awaya. Did I say that? Waya Awaya. Kal. Yamaya. Adam. Ashar. Taya. Or what is this one again?
Which one?
Lived.
Haya.
Haya. Tashai.
There you go.
Ma'aiwat.
Mm-hmm.
Shanaya.
Shana.
Shana.
Mm-hmm.
Washala Washayam.
Mm-hmm.
Washala Shayam. Shanawa. Waya Mayat. Verse 6. Waya Haya. Shata. Hamash.
Mm-hmm.
Shanayam. Wamayat. Shanawa.
Shana is good.
Shana.
Mm-hmm.
Waya Walad.
There you go.
Ata. Hanayash.
There you go. All right, one more verse.
One more verse. Verse 7.
Waya Haya.
Waya Haya. Shata. Harawa.
Mm-hmm.
Awa la Yadam. Aya la Yadawa. Did I say that right? He began.
Yeah, that was 12.
Christ. Ata Anayash. Shabai. Anayam. Washanawa.
Washamawana.
Washamawana. I know that. Ma'aiwath. Ma'aiwat. Waya Walad. Banayam. Wabanayat. Wabanayat.
Christ. All right.
In the English?
Yeah, in English. We just do them 7 verses at a time, so they can go ahead and do.
This is on Ayasha's first Sabbath service.
I know.
All right.
All right.
In the English, Genesis chapter 5, verse 5.
Verse 1.
Verse 1. So like, this is the book of the generations of Adam.
The what?
The generations of Adam.
So now we about to go on Adam's bloodline. What happened after Adam? You know what I mean?
Right.
What happened after Adam? We already know that Adam wasn't the first man on the planet, but we don't know about we don't know by name who his mother and who his father and grandfather was. But we know he had a grandfather and the father and the mother, and we know all that. But now we're finna go see what happened after Adam. Go ahead.
Right.
Khan. In the day that God created man, in the likeness of God made he him. Verse 2. Male and female created he them.
Wait. It says male and female that created him, right?
He them.
Oh, so like right. So it says male and female that created he them, right? So everybody that comes on the planet has a male and a female that they come from.
Right.
That's what it just said.
Yeah.
Right. Go ahead.
And called their name Adam in the day when they were created.
Right. Go ahead.
Verse 3.
And not talking about created as in made, not talking about as created as in conceived, created or created like the Lord made him from the dirt of the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Talking about made him as in gave him law, statutes, and commandments, gave him instructions on how to live life. Because before that, he was just he was just walking around like everybody else, doing what everybody else did, probably smoking weed, following Christianity, doing Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, all that. But then the Lord gave him instruction on what to do and what not to do, just like he did all of us. Because at one point in time, we were filthy, wicked, doing whatever we chose. But then the Lord gave us instruction, or gave us men or priests and prophets to give us instruction on how to live our life, right?
Right.
Right.
Go Go ahead.
Khan, verse 3. And Adam lived 130 years.
100 and what?
130 years.
Damn, that's a long time, but that's just until he had children, right? Mm-hmm. Right. So then he lived even longer than 130 years. Wow. You know what I mean? Wow. Black men now only live to 52 years old. You know what I'm saying? Only live to 52 years old. That's because we live such a wicked and filthy and disgusting life.
Right.
Go ahead.
Khan. And begat a son in his own likeness.
It says he begat a son in his own likeness. Go ahead.
And after his image, and called his name Seth.
Right. I called his name Seth. Go ahead.
Verse 4. And the days of Adam after he had begotten Seth were 800 years.
Wait a minute. So you telling me that so 800 years, right? Plus the 130 years. That's what 930 years. So you telling me that Adam lived to 930 years old?
Yeah.
So you telling me if we follow the Lord's instruction that we won't die at 52? You know what I mean? Some brothers don't even live to 21 out here, 25.
So would that be like
I've been waiting.
Eternal life, like would that kind of be like something like that? Yeah.
Nah, it's because eternal life is us living through our children.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because we come back, we come back as our great grandchildren, our grandchildren. So that having eternal life, when Christ comes back, we're going to be, our children are going to rule, and our children's children are going to rule, and our children's children are going to rule, and eventually we'll come back in that line of rulership, and hopefully that our children are not heathens, or not what would you call it? Not acting like heathens. You know, some of them don't lose their way like today we do. Today we lose our way. Our children, you know what I mean? We might teach our children not to do this and not to do that, but then they grow up and they might do that exact same thing that we told them not to do. You know what I mean? Rebellious, but I mean that's because we're rebellious. Our children are rebellious because we're rebellious. You know what I mean? Our children don't do what we do because we don't do what our Father does, what our Father says. And it's just that simple. That's why when we follow the Most High, our children are going to follow the Most High. You know what I mean? So, and our children won't be rebellious. But out in the world, I know too many kids that just don't listen to their parents but I mean, how can you listen to your parents when I use it all the time that your children, you tell your children not to lie to you, but then you tell them that bunnies lay eggs. You tell your children not to lie to you, but then you tell them that Santa Claus comes down the chimney, but you live in the projects with no chimney.
Right.
You know what I mean? You tell your children not to lie to you. You tell your children not to get tattoos, but you got tattoos. Not to sleep around, but we sleep around. You know what I mean? And children, they don't listen to what we say, but they do see what we do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Go ahead, sir. Yeah, that's all right.
If I could, what parents have to understand is you teach your children with your actions.
Right.
Not just with your words.
That's right.
That's why a lot of parents try and raise their child to be something different than what they are or who they are. And then that child ends up becoming exactly who the mother is or exactly who the father is, or worse. Because your child is watching what you do. They're hearing what you're saying, just like what the brother is saying. But they're not going to learn just by what you're telling them. They're going to learn by watching you and seeing what you do.
Mm-hmm. Right. No sweat, sir. Get out free head. And that's right. So that's why we should just be better. We should just do better and be better. That's it. Oh, what's up?
So it says that after the days after he begotten Seth were 800 years, right? This was after he was already 130 years old. Which is why in the next precept on this very verse, it says that he lived a total of 930 years. Right. And we have to also understand at this point, the earth was in a whole different state. The earth is not what it used to be. You know what I mean? I got a precept, Psalm chapter 82 and verse 5. It says, "They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course." Meaning the whole entire, even the earth is weaker now. So the people that live on the earth are also going to be in a weaker state. They're not going to live as long.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And before we even had the technology we had today, people were only living like 30 or 40 years, right? at some point in certain generations in the past. And, you know, like without laws like, Israel, we had agricultural laws where we would have a rotation where there would be one particular section of the crop each season, and we would rotate where one of them we would just let it die, so let it go into the soil to replenish the soil, right? We even gave the earth a Sabbath. You know what I'm talking about? Like the earth had a rest too, so that it can continue to receive nourishment. But now we have an entire world that's built off of a kingdom that takes the blood from the earth so that we can power our cars, we can power our planes, right? When we have like infinite resources like solar energy that we could be tapping into if we actually knew what we were doing,
right?
Instead of making the earth weaker and making our bodies weaker, because overall the earth being, it having all this life on it that's being affected, our bodies are now suffering the consequences of it. That's why you have to go to the store to get supplements just to have good nutrients. You can't just live off of cheeseburgers and tacos all the time. Don't get me wrong, I love tacos just as much as the next thing. But you got it. Like even if you eat vegetables, it's still not enough. You got to go and get magnesium and iron supplements. You got to get daily vitamins so that you got enough nutrients from this planet just to try to be healthier, And there's some anomalies with the humans that are on this planet where some people are just growing up, always eat right, and they get big and strong and tall, and it's like good for them. That's great. But it was much more common back then, to the point where people were living 900 years old. Can you imagine Adam even at 130 years old? Compared, I mean, we couldn't even imagine it. Compared to a 130-year-old person here, they'd be looking like they from The Walking Dead or something. But 130 years from back then maybe looked completely different.
So like and the people that grow up, eat all the healthy foods and grow up big and strong, they still got smoke cigarettes. They smoke weed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're homosexual. Some they have to have some kind of what would you call it? Some kind of vice that's against the Most High.
That's right. No, and what you're saying is on point with this precept, because it says they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. And then in the very next scripture, it says, I have said ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High, but ye shall die like men.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We should say that one more time. We should die like what?
We shall die like men.
At 52. We should die like what?
Men.
At on drug overdoses. Right. Do it one more time.
You shall die like men.
Getting murdered by your brother.
You shall die like men.
AIDS.
Ye shall die like men.
STDs.
I'm waiting for you to say it. Ye shall die like men.
What? Which way? Go ahead.
Damn near in the hospital from a heart attack. Right?
Oh yeah. Oh, heart attacks. Hey. Yep. From a heart attack. You know what I'm talking about? That's right. Cancer. You know what I mean? Like so many of us have today, man. Cancers, heart attacks, heart disease, diabetes, blood pressure, high blood pressure.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's so much stuff that'll kill us today. It's just crazy. That's why you gotta have the Most High on your side.
Right.
You have to have the Most High on your side, because if you don't have the Most High on your side, you're gonna kill over at any point in time. Heat exhaustion. You go outside and pass out because it's too hot. You ain't been drinking enough water. You know what I mean? So you have to do you have to wake up every day thinking that I gotta do what work can I do for the Most High today so he don't kill me.
Right.
And so like if I said also not only that, behind a woman as well too, because a man is not gonna, a man in the world that's weak or allows a woman to, run overhand and stuff, he dies behind that as well. Where versus a real man, especially here in Isupk, they're not gonna allow a woman to do that, so that's not gonna happen. So they just die behind a woman.
Damn right, get a sister ahead. That's a scripture. That is a scripture.
That is a scripture.
That is in the Bible, like Jeremiah would say.
Straight out of the
That
Apocrypha.
is in the Bible.
Yep.
Hey, so like, what you drinking on? Sweet tea. Oh, you want some of that strong? All right, come on, sir. It's always time for it tonight. You know what I mean? After camp. Go ahead. Now let's finish reading the what's name so we can go ahead and get out of here.
Verse 5. And all the days that Adam lived were 930 years.
Ooh-wee,
and he died.
Adam lived forever.
He lived longer than Yoda lived.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Give a head to Adam. You know what I'm saying? Give a head to Adam for living that long. Hey, I just wish to see that age. Yeah, see an age somewhere close to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go ahead, keep going.
Verse 6. And Seth lived 105 years and begat Enos.
105 years. So he was 105 and then he had children? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You think he was still able to run around and play with his kids?
Yeah.
Man, now I'm not even half of that. And I feel like I can't even run around with my
right. We can't even play basketball without falling over and breaking something. You know,
I'm telling you, knees be aching and everything. Like, go ahead.
Verse 7. And Seth lived after he begat Enos 807 years, and begat sons and daughters.
So he had even more children after that. Well, give it up to Seth also, man. Like, oh my goodness. You know what I'm talking about? They said Moses was 80 years old when he repented, and he still led the children to the promised land, but didn't make it in there. But he still led the children of Israel to the promised land after 80 years old. Ooh wee, 80 years old. I know some 80-year. Do I know an 80-year-old? Nope. I know like 60-year-olds that body's just broken. Body's just broken down. They can barely walk. They walk slow. And Moses was walking through the desert at 80 years old. And you know what I'm talking about? Like that. That's how you know the Most High was with them.
That's right.
And that's how you know the Most High is not with us now, but he's with the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. I don't know how old Commanding General Hana is, but Commanding General Hana looks like he's, you know what I mean? Look, he looked 30-something. You know what I mean? General Muhammad, they look young. They look like they can still move like if they wanted to, they'd do it. You know what I mean? I was seeing the generals at the trials, and I was looking like, you know what I mean? Like y'all are moving right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like right at the trials, they were moving.
For real?
They were moving, and I was thinking in my mind, like, wow. You know what I mean? Like these are, you know what I mean? They're not even old men, but like they're elder, like they're not young men, but they're, you know what I mean? Like, but that's the life that the Most High gave us. That's the instructions that the Most High gave us to live our lives. And if you follow those instructions, we will live long, healthy lives.
That's right.
What's up, Art? How old is he? I have no idea. He got to be 40 something because he came into the truth. He came into the truth in the 80s. You know what I'm talking about? That's when his life began.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because before that, we were dead.
That's right.
Before we came into the truth, like well, you're like 3-4 weeks old. You know what I'm talking about? How old are you, sir?
Shit, like 3 or 4.
Yeah, like I'm like 3 years old. You know what I'm talking about? We're babies. We're babies in the truth compared to Captain Tazariak. And you know what I mean? Some of the captains of 13,000, we're babies. We just started this. That's why it's important for you to be in class and you to be in class. You sis, and for everybody to be in class because we can't expect our 20-year-old flesh to be to trump our two month spirit of being in the truth. You know what I mean? That's why you have to be around here so you can get around brothers and sisters that's been in the truth for a while. That way we can all fight demons together.
Right.
Ain't no demons in this room right now.
That's right.
There's angels in this room right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
angels are with us right now, keeping the demons away. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? What's up, Art?
I had another precept. That's going with what you're saying. Of course, you know I gotta drop something heavy. Matthew chapter 24, verse 21. Mm-hmm. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time.
Right.
No, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved.
Right. There it is. There it is.
But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
And there it is. And the elect's days. The elect's. Who's the elect?
Those of the 144,000.
Okay.
It's a lot.
You talk.
people who endure to the end.
Damn, that's a good answer too. but his answer was more spot on than that. That's a great answer. Them that endure to the end. That is a great answer. But some Christians think they endure to the end too. You know what I mean? That's go ahead though. No, what you said?
I said the 144,000.
The 144,000.
The elect, yeah.
Is the elect, the men in the Israelite school of universal and practical knowledge. Because this is home of the truth, man. This is the only place where the Bible is going to be spread out all over the world through the Israelite school of universal practical knowledge. Right. Nobody else is teaching the Bible, man. Nobody else teaching the Bible, no matter, even nuts on the internet, no matter how much that brother wants to bring out some Bible scriptures and troll, right? He's not keeping the Sabbath day. He's not doing Sabbath service. He's not teaching nobody. He's not doing anything. You know what I mean? He's talking about where your fringe is at, where his fringe is at. You know what I'm talking about? He probably had wear fringes on his shirt. Yeah, that's what he said. He asked me where your fringes at. And I started showing him. I was like, my fringes are right here. I got some on the back. I got some on my pants. He was like, well, what about your shirt? I just stopped it. Yeah, I'm not even finna talk to this cat, man. Yeah, I told because he was asking questions about the Sabbath day, so I was giving him scriptures about the Sabbath day, trying to explain it. And then he started talking about fringes, and I was like, all right. So I started telling him about fringes, and then he was like, what about your shirt? Never mind. You feel me? We're done now. You know, so now fringes on your shirt is the only way that you serve the Lord. That's the only way you serve the Lord now. When wearing fringes on your shirt is totally wrong. That's not the border of your garment. We already went over that, right? It's not the border of your garment. That is the bottom of an undergarment. You feel me? A garment is something that you wear over your t-shirt.
Right.
It's that simple. Right. It's that simple. But these nuts in the world, they don't understand, they don't comprehend because they don't know the Bible. That's because they left the truth. Right. Is that it?
Come on, sir.
Was that cup at? There you go.
Go fill him the whole cup.
Man, hey, I've been feeling like my brothers need some wine. You know what I mean? Me too. Is that Amajum?
Do you want to
not yet. Gotcha. Here you go.
La Yashala.
No, face the front.
La Yashala.
La Yashala. Blood horn. All right. Nah, you good. Oh man, what y'all doing?
Which one we do?
Right shoulder. Right shoulder. Oh, that is your right shoulder. Oh yeah, it's your right shoulder. I knew I wasn't tripping. Are we gonna turn the face to front?
Looks like.
So you're gonna come over here to move the camera up.
All right, Sar, turn the face to east, which is gonna be this direction. We're gonna do the Lord's Prayer in the Lashwan Kodash. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malak with Ka. Taba'ah. Ratazayaka. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'arataza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Nathan Lacham. Kal. Yawam. Wasalach Lano. Kabawath No. Kabawath No. Wala. Tabi'ai No. Banasaya 1. Abal. Hushai No. Mayan. Rai. Hayah. Laka. Kamalakwa. Wa'ala. Wa'ata Pa'ara. I will love you. Aman.
Now we're gonna do the Lord's Prayer in English.
Our Father,
which
art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. All right, now we're gonna go salute the Torah. Oh,
what's up? I can turn the camera.
No.
What are you talking about?
Oh. Put it down. It gotta be covered when we do this salute the Torah.
Slide that way.
There you go. Got all about that. There we go.
So I'm gonna take it over there.
Come this way. Get the camera. Okay. There we go. Yeah, you too up. Go ahead, sir. You got it.
In rank.
Y'all about some y'all Shabrak, y'all.
Y'all Bashim, y'all Shabrak, y'all.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Yo.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Yo.
You gotta do it. All right, so we're gonna Amajim, right? We're gonna Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak. You're gonna touch the finger, and you're gonna say Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Barak Yah. Both sides correct. There you go. Oh, man, I'm knocking everything over. Put the scroll back down. Yeah. You blow the tree one more time.
Okay.
We done with it. Now we're gonna give a courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak,
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barak.
Yada Matah, hands down. Now we're gonna start turn the face of sisters. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak,
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua.
All right, class dismissed.